Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Evergreen Rx. I'm your host, Hayden, licensed mental health therapist, Cancer Moon, and the first to get deep at any party. I don't know why I always go British on that. Today's Minidose is all about cleansing your energy. I think that this is a huge part of it's like a really great wellness tool that's also not super involved. That's one of the things I love so much about cleansing your energy, because it can be quick, it can be easy, it can be ritualistic or very simple, very practical. There's a lot of different ways to do it, and I love it. And I love any chance I get to talk about energy. So here we are, closing out season 3. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. I can't believe I've been doing this for like a year and a half, and I've grown so much. I've learned so much. It's crazy. And I'm so excited about what's to come in season 4. Like, I'm the most excited I think I've ever been about the podcast. And so I'm just really happy for you guys that are following along, that are staying involved, that are going to be here for the next season and the next iteration, and as I grow and develop. And so I'm just really grateful. And for anybody that's shared my podcast with anyone this season, with people in their life that's, favorited or saved an episode, that's followed me on anywhere else on the internet, I'm really grateful for you. And every single one of you matters deeply to me. So anyway, all of that, I just found a little plant material on my blanket that looks like a tiny mushroom. Anyway, all of that stuff aside, let's round this out with a wonderful episode on cleansing your energy. Okay, so first I just want to say, for any of you guys that maybe are like a little on the fence with this whole energy thing, my question to you would be, have you ever had the experience of walking into a room and feeling like you could cut the tension with a knife? You ever walked into a room and thought, somebody was fighting in here before, something's going on between these people? On the flip side, have you ever looked at two people and felt like the love between them was palpable? Or said that somebody's energy was contagious, that they light up the room that they walk into? Or ever had the feeling that you get like bad vibes from a place? You just walk in, it's bad vibes. All that, my dear one, is energy. So we have phrases and common sayings in our culture that reflect this sensation, intangible feeling that we get from energy, from other people's energy, from places' energy, from things. And so we're constantly going out into the world and picking up other people's energy. We're bathing in spaces that might have negative or stagnant energy. And we might just be picking up things that really aren't ours. Even if they're not bad, it's just really not ours to carry. And then we're just kind of carrying it with us anyway. And that can lead to feelings of irritability or annoyance, maybe feeling fatigued, or just riding the roller coaster of other people's energy, which can be exhausting. So I've got quite the list of ways that we can cleanse our energy and also guard it and protect it in the first place, so we're not picking up so much. This is a really important part of my practice as a therapist. Like, I cannot be going into each session just a sponge for what energy someone else is bringing in. Also, I don't want to be carrying that and then kind of giving that to everybody else that I see. I'd like to create a space for myself and other people where there's a really kind of safe and calming and open energy. So before we talk about how we can just protect it, let's just talk about how we clean it up in the first place. One of my favorite methods is saging or smoke cleansing. most of you guys have probably heard about this, like burning sage or Palo Santo or other herbs or incense. It has its roots in a ton of cultural historical practices, just acknowledging that there are a ton of indigenous practices and Eastern traditions that have utilized smoke cleansing throughout history. There's also a lot of religious practices. So something to just keep in mind if you want to utilize this is just having respect for the historical context that this comes from. Sourcing your herbs or your sage from sustainable places, and yeah, just keeping that in mind and respecting the practice. I think if we do something out of reverence and acknowledgement of the wisdom of the practice, then we can enjoy the benefits, but just being conscious of that. So my favorite way is I like to burn some Palo Santo and just kind of rub it around your body, like bring it around your head, bring it around your hands. See the smoke as cleansing and taking away whatever is no longer serving you. You can say this out loud in your head, like, please cleanse any energy that is no longer serving me, that is not mine, any negative energy, anything that doesn't belong to me, send it back to the places that it belongs, and set those intentions. Also, grounding practices and visualization practices. If you're a super visual person, this can be a great option for you. So, putting your feet on the ground, grass, preferably if you have that accessible to you, and just imagining your energy flowing out of your body and into the ground beneath you. You can see it being transmuted in the ground beneath you, maybe turning that stagnant energy into a golden light, really positive energy, and that flowing back up into you, or just energy from the earth in general. So you can kind of see this cycle of it drain, whatever is no longer serving you, leaving your body, and then positive energy replacing and replenishing you. There's a lot of ways to do that. You don't have to ground to the earth if you don't want to. You can connect to, something larger than you, a higher power, connect to the space above you, if that resonates. You can also visualize cord cutting. This can be especially helpful with people in your life that feel like energy sucks, or maybe someone that you're no longer really in relationship with. You can imagine the tether between the two of you severing, literally just cutting it with scissors and feeling that kind of connection drop. I think also sound and water rituals. Water is so amazing. I think a lot of us intuitively already understand how cleansing this can be. So jumping in a natural body of water and letting that kind of wash you clean. Getting into the shower at the end of a long day and imagining the water kind of running down your body and washing off anything that you picked up throughout your day, and just seeing it flow down the drain is really satisfying. Sound rituals, I have my chakra bowls. You guys can see in the edge of my podcast, I've got all my little crystal sound bowls. So, banging on some sound bowls if you have them, but also just playing like frequency music. I've talked about this in prior episodes, and I can link a podcast below, or a playlist below, but there's a lot of playlists on Spotify with frequency hertz that you can play. And this is also really good for cleansing your space as well, which is something I want to talk about. So once, we cleanse your body, we can do it through smoke, through water, through grounding. Also, cleansing your space is really important, or spaces that you frequent, like your car or your office or your home or your bedroom. And so sound is a good way that we can do this, playing cleansing frequencies. Also opening the windows, sweeping out the bad energy, clapping. You can walk around your house and clap and set the intention that you're kind of clapping out the old energy. Burning certain candles. I have like an intentions candle that my boyfriend gave me that we love, and it can really kind of, you can repeat an affirmation or a mantra for creating a really safe space with loving and calming energy. what's amazing about this is that you can't really do it wrong. All you have to have is an intention, a dream, and some kind of ritual in which you enact that. And I think that that's really powerful. Energy responds to energy. So if we're bringing that intentional energy in, then I think that that will have a positive impact. So you can also do some check-ins throughout your day, kind of micro cleanses, checking in, seeing, can I take a pause? Can I take some deep breaths here? Or do like the breath of fire, or skull shining breath, I think is what it's called, where you like do quick exhales out through your nose, like just you kind of like breathing like a dog a little bit, but it's just these really quick, sharp exhales that kind of get the energy moving in your body. You can also imagine that you're flicking it or wiping it off of you. I really like to do this in between sessions. If something's kind of heavy, or I'm feeling it for whatever reason, maybe my energy was a little bit more open and took more on, just flicking your fingers, and seeing it as if it was water coming off of your body. So how do we maintain and protect and guard our energy? A lot of these practices I think are best done in the morning before you leave for your day, before you really get your day started. We can kind of think about it like in the morning, kind of put that bubble around you, and at night, cleanse. So like I said, putting a bubble around you, that's another visualization technique. You can literally imagine you're like Glinda and you're in an energy bubble, and you can see through it, and it's permeable, and it's soft, it's not hard, but it's there. And it kind of keeps the things that you do not intend to be in your sphere out of it. You can also zipper your energy up. So imagining you kind of can take your hands as if they were two sides of a zipper, and you just bring them up your body and over. You can also imagine you kind of have like a golden light, like a golden skin around you. There's like a thin layer around your body. And just, again, kind of setting the intentions and the energetic message of what you allow in and what you don't. Some of us are more prone to this as well, but if we're really walking around with an open energetic field, this allows people to kind of attract to that open energy and siphon it off, or bring things into our space that we're not really welcoming of. You might get people engaging with you a lot in public. Maybe you get like weird comments, or you just feel like people are constantly siphoning your energy. The boundary practices could be really helpful for you. So also for maintaining that balance, we can practice things like carrying around certain crystals. I want to say it's amber, but it's not amber. It's like, I think black obsidian is one of them. There's a lot of other crystals. I'm so novice in my understanding of crystals, but there's a lot that can help ground and protect energy, and you can just carry them in your pocket or put them in your bra if you wear a bra. Keep them close to you. Keep them in your purse or your wallet. And also practicing movement exercises like yoga or Tai Chi, things like that help move the energy through your body on a regular basis. So lastly, before I leave you guys today, I do want to talk about the difference between being boundaried and being closed off, because I think sometimes those of us that are open-hearted might feel some hesitance to putting those boundaries in that bubble up, because we want to be open to the world and engage with people. But there's a difference between being closed off and being boundaried. Boundaried really means that we get to kind of set the expectations and the rules around what we allow in our field. And that is only for the good. We're not serving anybody, and we're definitely not serving ourselves by taking in things that are negative or heavy or drain us. We're not able to show up best for people from that state. We're not able to bring as much of our own kind of pure energy. So it's not about creating a wall. It's just on this more subtle field and perception, being as conscious of what we take in as we would be with, how we allow people to talk to us, or the kind of treatment that we expect, or the respect that we deserve. This is just kind of another realm in which we can be conscious of that. That's it, you guys. I love this topic. I love talking about energy. I hope you guys love talking about it too. So if you do, hit me up. Let me know what you think. If there's a practice that you really love that I didn't include, tell me, because I'm always wanting to add things and think about it for my own life. So thank you guys so much for listening and for engaging. I am so excited for season 4. Really, some cool new things are coming, and I'm wanting to get more questions from you guys. So if you have a question you want to ask me, something you're pondering or struggling with in your own life, maybe you're trying to figure out if you should move cities, or if your partner is right for you, or maybe you're wondering what direction you should move in your career, or you're feeling purposelessness in your life and you're feeling stuck and you're wanting some guidance, any of those things, any and all or more, please reach out to me at the evergreenrx@gmail.com. Send me your questions. Send me through DMs if that's easier for you. And maybe you'll hear it answered in a future episode. All right. Thank you guys endlessly for all of your support. And I will be taking a little break, not too long, coming back in March. So sooner than you think. Be sure to follow so that you know when I post next, and take care until then.